Yo guys, what's going on? Hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. So today we're going to speak about a little tip that I've got for you guys, and that is setting up keybinds for Enfusion. Now, let me show you how that's done, and then we'll go over how you can apply that. Okay, so we're going to close this right here, and what we're going to do is we're going to go up. So you open up Enfusion and you pop up on this screen. First, you go to Workbench, Options, and if you didn't know, just a quick tip, if you didn't know, you can apply dependencies right here. I think I did that in a different video, but just reiterating it, you can apply your dependencies in this little box here. You add it right there, and you click on the two dots, and it will, you just have to find the addon.jproj. So there's a little tip right there. So what we want to do is we want to go to the very end, right? To the very end. And here you find all the keybinds that are used in Enfusion tools. And you can go through this on your own time, but the things that I would like you guys to know about is these ones. If we scroll down, select parent. I set that to control 1. So you select the parent of a child, select children, which we will be using very often, and then snap to ground. Select control 3. Oh goodness. No. Control 3. There we go. And then we've got snap to ground orientation. So this will snap it to the ground how the ground is facing. It will snap it to the ground. So if we've got a tree on a edge, on a like a what's it called? Oh my goodness! If it's like on a little ledge, it would snap it and almost have it like 30 degrees. I'll show you what that does. Snap using physics. Honestly, and I haven't used this at all. So, okay, there we've got that. We can even set layers if you want to change that. I mean, you can use, okay, hold on, let's test it real quick. Okay, you can't use your mouse buttons for some reason, but you can probably use something on your keyboard that's very easy to hit. You've got all these different ones. You can check all these. And then another one that I would like you guys to change, if you would like to, is normally when you go into edit mode or into play mode, when you click the green play button and you go into GM and you want to test out things, right? The amount of times that I've hit escape accidentally and went out of play mode, and I've set up quite a few things and I pressed escape, is uncountable. It happens so many times. So what you want to do is you want to rebind it to F4. So now if you press escape, you won't go out of play mode. You will go out of the menu that you are in or something like that. It just makes it more feel like either GM or conflict. And then press F4 to escape the play mode back into world editor mode. And then you've just got a lot of different other ones. Oh my goodness, my English. You've got a lot of other ones here. You've got animation editor, particle editor, scripting, things that I just don't know how to do. Audio as well. So you've got all these different things in here that you can play with. There we go. And once you've done that, let's press OK. Go back into the whatchamacallit, world. Fantastic. Okay, now we're in the world. And what we might see sometimes when you are playing around with, generators. Let's say, for example, this generator. We're playing around with just this generator and you're placing it around. Okay, we've got it placed out, and you start sculpting, right? Happens quite often. Completely forget about it. Let's sculpt down into the ground. Okay, we're sculpting down into the ground, trying to make some up and downs as you would find in a forest. You're trying to make this forest as realistic as possible, because if you walk around a forest in real life, you'll have these. Oopsies. You'll have these. So I just hid that pressing H. I just hid the forest. So what you want to do is just, let's say for example, we're digging in, we're digging up. We've got this little defilades in here. Trying to make it not as even as, as gamey as it would be. Trying to do some stuff like this. I won't go do this too much. But okay, we've got it there. Cool. And pressing Control H to bring back the trees. Okay, now we can see that, we've got these flying trees. Now that we've set up our keybinds, here we can test it out. Okay, selecting one of these floating trees, Control 3 snaps it to ground, right? Again, Control 3 snaps it to ground. Now we've got these this other one that snaps it to like physics. So this is what I mean when we snap it to physics. We've got this little ledge type thing. It goes like up at an angle and then straight. Now this tree will follow the angle of this ledge. Sometimes you can use it for different applications, but for trees, you want them to grow up, so you just Control 3. And now, obviously, you don't want to be going through every single tree, pressing Control 3, and snapping these to the ground. You want to make it real quick, real fast. So what you want to do is you want to press V to vector mode, select just one of these points. Now remember when we set up select children, right? With Control 2. Control 2 once and then twice. So Control 2 twice and then Control 3. That snaps everything within this generator to the ground. So Control 2, press that twice to select the generator and then the children. Then Control 3 to snap everything within the generator to the ground. Now this is very, very helpful, because now you can paint but sculpt, make it little defilades and bumps and ditches and so on and so forth, and then just press Control 2 twice, 3, and after a while, you become so quick at it, you just don't realize. It's just like bam, bam, boom, done, and then you move on. And it just keeps that, that quality of no floating trees. When players start running around in this forest, they won't see a floating tree like meters up and be like, oh, send you a picture and be like, hey man, this thing is floating. So it definitely helps with keeping the quality control up there. So yeah, guys, that is basically all I wanted to say. I mean, I know it's 8 minutes, but yeah, there were a few tips in here. There was just not the one. There were a few. So that's good. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and comment if you've got any questions. Join the Discord. We've got a big community. We just reached 800. We're on the way to 900 people in the Discord, which is absolutely fantastic. And we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. So can you believe that? That is absolutely insane. So that is great. Absolutely insane. And if you would like to support me, you can buy me a coffee. Keeps me going through the nights. Or if you're even more interested, go and check out my Patreon. Patreon will be linked in the description, and that also helps keep the lights on, keep on producing this content. And yeah, All right, guys, I appreciate you. I love you guys. And I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. Cheers.